Okay, how's that? I think maybe the microphone might have been on mute. Are we here? Hello. Got a couple people out there. Had a really nice day here today. Nice weather, not too hot, not much wind, and just kind of a nice, cool, nice day. So it's been very pleasant. Nice day to be outside, and can't complain about much today around here. It's been really, really good. So hopefully everybody else out there is also having a good weekend and a good day, and had a good week last week. Hoping for another one. Had lots of people sending me pictures of their cars, which has been rather amazing. I got a whole bunch. Actually, it's going to be a lot of work to get those all on there, but that's great. That's awesome. I like doing that. So, be a good time watching you guys send those pictures in. I'm really enjoying that. I've still got, oh God, quite a bit in my email to catch up on. I've been doing a few at a time, and hopefully I'll get everybody's up here in the next few days and just keep that going. I kind of like it. Calgary Rambler, hello. What's going on up there in Calgary? Thanks for coming in. It's always good. We got a couple other Canadians that come in here once in a while, so that's always good. Car came from Canada, so hey. Yeah, glad to have you here. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it. We got about 7 people in here. We just need to get some people talking now. Everybody have a good weekend, or maybe some of you, like I asked, usually some of you weekends is maybe not over. Maybe you get tomorrow off. I don't know, but anyway, cool. Yeah, Brampton, Ontario. Yep. Yes, sir. Just hanging out here. We usually do this every Sunday night about this time, about 7:45 Central Time here. Sandra is in the house, Pennsylvania. All right. Welcome, Sandra Stanley from Pennsylvania. I think that might be our first Pennsylvania person. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. No, that's not. You're not. I remember now. Yeah. Cool. A couple of new folks here. That's always good. Hopefully the regulars will be in soon too, and getting quite a few new people lately. So that's always a good sign. I really like that. Like hanging out with some new people, and like the old regulars are great too. So the more the merrier. Everyone's welcome here all the time, of course. So we usually hang out, talk about cars or whatever. Whatever comes up. Sometimes we get off the car subject and talk about other stuff. So whatever you guys want to talk about, we don't really have a subject. We just kind of go for it. Wherever the conversation takes us. Calgary Rambler says if you take a gander at his channel, he just posted a wide body 2019 Scat Pack and 392 Hellcat. Cool. Or 392 and Hellcat. Cool. So your channel is it called Calgary Rambler then? That's awesome. Hey, Tail Happy, what's going on? How you doing, Tail Happy? Okay, everybody check out Calgary Rambler's channel. Like I always tell everybody, you're welcome to come in here and promote your channel or in my comments on my regular videos or wherever. That's always fine. Actually encourage that. I like to check out other channels. As a matter of fact, I finally remembered to bring something to write on this time. I usually leave it all in the other room, and so I will write down your channel so that I can look that up later. Calgary Rambler. We'll check that out. I finally remembered. It's been like, I don't know, 8 weeks in a row. I've been like, oh, I need to bring a pen and paper when I do this. Set it here next to me so that I can write some things down. Take some little notes of things because people talk about their channels or other videos, or they'll talk about something that I want to look up or whatever. And finally remembered. Hey, Tail Happy, yeah, you missed last week's stream. You missed out. It was a good one. Yeah, Calgary, I'll subscribe to you, and I'll check out your channel probably later after I get off here. So I'll look down at my notes here and take care of some stuff when I get off here, and that's the first thing on there. So I'll check it out. Hopefully everybody else will too. I always like watching channels and looking at other people's channels. It's always cool. It's a lot of fun. It's like my main source of entertainment. So I really like it a lot. It's always a good time. Kind of see what other people are doing, what they're up to, and their style, what they like. Every channel has kind of its own style and kind of way they like to do things, and I always like that. Sometimes you get an idea from it. Other times you just think it's cool or whatever. Yeah, so I really like checking out everyone's channels. Well, we're rolling here pretty good so far anyway. We need to get a few more people in here. Come on, man. There was a really big car show down in Salina, Kansas this weekend, which I once again did not get to. It was supposed to be a pretty big deal, I guess. So a lot of cars and a lot of events and things going on. Like I think it was Friday, Saturday, and today. But once again, did not make it. Been kind of a weird summer for me. All I've done pretty much is work and make videos and do these live streams. And I haven't really gone to a lot of car shows and stuff, or any car shows, I guess I should say. So even the ones here in town I didn't go to. So that's kind of strange, but no ones here in town are always exactly the same anyway. But maybe before this summer is completely over, I will get to something and make at least a little bit of video. And those videos don't usually do very well, but it's okay. I kind of like doing them anyway. So. And like I always say, the hardest thing about making videos at car shows is there's music always playing in the background, and that can get you in trouble on YouTube and get you copyright strikes and things like that, even if it's just in the background. So it's hard to do car show videos. But the only thing you can do is mute it and then put your own music over it. Tell Happy, you've only been to one yourself. It seems like maybe it's a slow year for car shows. I've been talking to a lot of people who haven't been to many this year. I went to a bunch of stuff last year. I went to pretty much everything I heard about. I tried to make it to each one, but maybe I like I was saying before, I think I just maybe got a little burned out. But that one in Salina sounded really cool. I should have made it down there. Hey, Dominic, what's going on? Dominic's in the house. Cool. Hey, man, what's up? Good to see you back here again. Thank you for coming in. Just hanging out like usual, doing our Sunday night chat deal that we always do. See where the conversation goes, as always. Hopefully we have another good one. We've had several in a row that were really, really good. So a lot of people and a lot of good conversation. And a couple times it got to be so much I couldn't even keep up with the conversation, which is in a way it's frustrating, but I guess it's good. So sometimes you just got to kind of catch something and comment on it or whatever, and some stuff goes by when you don't even notice it. But I suppose that's a good thing. Kind of like trying to answer comments on the videos. If you let it go for a couple of videos, you get so far behind it's impossible to catch up. Which is nice, because there was a time when I get like 10 comments a week. So I'm not complaining at all. But I like to try to keep it as personal as I can, and it gets harder and harder the more people. But that's good. So. Got the oil changed in the car this morning. Like I was shown in the video, it was only about halfway through the oil life, but it's been coming up on 6 months here, another week or so. So another week and a half or something like that. So got to do it at least every 6,000 or 6 months. So we were getting too close to the 6 month thing. I figured I better get it done. So I ordered all the stuff last week, and it came in, and I got it. Tell Happy says your wheels look so good with tire shine. Love the gloss black. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty darn happy. I like to keep the tires and wheels looking good. That's kind of a car can be completely clean, and if the tires and wheels don't look good, then it doesn't matter how clean the car is. But if the tires look really good and the car's a little bit dirty, the car will still look really good. So it's better to have the whole thing clean, obviously. But and I enjoy cleaning the car. I enjoy doing detailing and stuff like that. So it's kind of relaxing. It's kind of a little bit therapeutic in a way, except when you go drive it afterwards and you get it dirty again in 10 minutes. But that's not very therapeutic. But sometimes it's kind of nice just to go out there and work on the car. And yeah, Tilapia, they're painted. So I've got to be kind of careful with that and make sure I don't do anything to ruin that. But there were a couple of products I wanted to try in the past, and then they say on the products not to use them on like aftermarket painted wheels and stuff. So I get a lot of people coming in asking me about detailing products and wheel cleaners and things like that. So, but there's so many out there and they're all good. I mean, nobody really makes one that sucks. They all kind of work pretty well. So there's you kind of got to pick what you like and go with it, or whatever technique you like to use and all that. Detailing is one of those things where everybody has a different opinion and everybody has the products or the techniques they like to use. And it doesn't mean anybody's right or anybody's wrong. It all, if you ever watch any videos of anybody doing anything to their car as far as cleaning it or waxing it or protecting the paint or cleaning the wheels, you're going to get, and if you go down to the comments, there's always a million opinions, and a bunch of people are saying, oh, you're ruining your paint, or you're destroying the wheels, or you're whatever. Then you got the other half saying, oh, it's fine, that's what I do too. So, you just got to kind of do what you do. So you can't really clean a car or wax a car or anything like that without scratching a little bit. It just comes with the territory. So Tilapia, you have the Chrome ones from them, and the Chrome is perfect, great company. Yeah, they seem like a good company. Like I said, we had that little issue. They promised to take care of it. They took care of it. And then we had to take it into a tire place to have part of it taken care of, and they did pay that bill. So we paid the bill, and they reimbursed us. The check came a week or two ago. So they held up their end of the bargain. So, there can always be problems with any company, whenever you do something, there could be a problem. And what the real test is how do they deal with the problem? And they dealt with it very well. And they did everything they said they would do. So I have zero complaints, and I would not hesitate to buy from them again. So. Dominic says, I see you're using the armor seal. Yeah, I'm using the Shine Armor now. They sent me one free thing, and I did a review, and I loved it. And it was amazing. I used it on the other cars too, or not the other cars, the other on Kim's car and the Challenger. And I just absolutely loved it. So I ordered some more, and then I joined their affiliate program or whatever. So if you use my link in my descriptions on my videos to order, I get a little bit of money out of it. Don't see that that's going to be a huge thing for me, but what the heck? I figured why not throw it up there? So, but yeah, I really like it. It goes on really easy and comes off really easy, and it does a really nice job of protecting the paint. It looks really good. It seems to be holding up really well as well. So, I just really like the stuff. So, works well. It's like a waterless wash. It also protects and does all. It's kind of like an all-in-one kind of thing, and it's pretty cool. And they also have some other products that they sell, which I have not tried. They got leather cleaner protector, and they've got a wax and a few other things, but all I've tried is the actual stuff. I've heard good things about Top Coat. I've never used that though. Dominic, you like Top Coat, huh? That's leather. They do get expensive. Like the Shine Armor it's about twice as much as Meguiar's waterless wash. Supposedly it does a little more than that as far as protecting, but they both do a good job as a waterless wash. And the Shine Armor comes off a little bit easier. There's a little bit more work involved with the Meguiar's. Yeah, there's so many sealant sprays out now. There's another one. There's an aerosol one that Meguiar's makes, Ultimate Fast Finish. It comes in an aerosol can, and you spray the aerosol onto the rag. And I did a little review on that a while back. I did it on the front of the Saturn. I think I did half the hood, and then tested it against the untreated half with water. It does a really good job too, and it's also super easy to get on and off. And there's not a lot of buffing and work involved, which I really like. So, and there's not a lot of that, leftover wax kind of things getting down in the cracks and that you got to get out of there. And a week later, you realize you've missed a couple little areas and all that. So it's always some of the other products are, they come right back off and they do a really good job protecting. And I really do like the Shine Armor, though. Very, very impressed with it. So I didn't think I would be. When they asked me to try it out, I was kind of skeptical and thought, well, whatever, I'll try it. It'd be a good idea for a video, and I'll try it. And I was pretty much blown away by it. So Sky One says, started videoing the cars you look at. Cool. Yeah, video everything you do. I probably video like a ton of stuff more than I ever show anybody, because it's just, you kind of edit it down and pick out some of the stuff you want to use and save the rest of it. Sometimes I'll go back through some of that and see if there's anything that I want to throw into a video. But yeah, if you kind of video everything that you do, or as far as car stuff or whatever. You can need something to hold the GoPro during the test drive. There's lots of good mounts and stuff out there, although I don't know if they want you to put them suction cups on their windows or anything. But and that way you can always go back and look at those videos too, if you're trying out a whole bunch of different cars, to kind of refresh your memory on what, maybe what you liked or didn't like about different ones. Yeah, we considered a Hellcat. Still considering a Hellcat, of course, but we could have probably done a Hellcat, but it would have been a little bit of a strain on the bank account. Not huge, but just at the time, it was kind of like the Scat Pack seemed like the best bang for the buck, and pretty hard to beat the deal on those things. Sky One, they say the Scat Pack is a better daily driver. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard both. I've heard they could both be really good daily drivers. So depends. What you. I don't know. I don't think a Hellcat would be a bad daily driver either, but neither one of them are like ideal daily drivers, I suppose. But for those of us who like that kind of car, we don't mind. Some of the minor inconveniences of those cars is not a big deal to us, because that's what we like to drive. So I think gas mileage is maybe a little bit better in the Scat Pack. I don't know. Pretty close, I think. But as far as utility, like as far as storage and all that, they're exactly the same. And Scat Pack may be a little bit more drivable in the busy city traffic. I don't know. I don't live in the city. I live out in the middle of nowhere. So either one would work for me, probably. Oh, cool. Yeah, Sky, there's you said the 2019 Scat that you're considering looks just like mine, except for the wide body. I love that. There was one of those in town. It looked just like mine, except the wide body. And man, it was beautiful. It was in town for like one day. They were just coming through town, and they were hanging out at the bowling alley here, and I had to go down there and look at their car because I saw it go by. And that was beautiful. Really, really good looking car. Kind of made me a little jealous. The suspension's extremely firm. Yeah, I was a little jealous, but it was a beautiful car. So kind of love seeing other people's cars. I like looking at other people's cars. That's why I like doing the videos we've been doing with it. You guys sending in your pictures. That's pretty awesome. LWRC BCM says, you heard the Dodge is going to downsize the Challenger very soon. Yeah, they might be. I don't know. Every week you hear a different rumor, whether they're going to do nothing, they're going to get rid of it altogether, they're going to make it smaller. I don't know. Who knows what FCA is doing? They'd like to surprise you, so we'll see. It could be, though. You could be right there. Dominic says the Hellcat is very tamed with the auto smooth cruiser when you're not on. Yeah, I wonder with an automatic and everything, it probably wouldn't even, you wouldn't have to worry. I don't think it'd be a hard car to like daily drive and traffic and stuff. Tail Happy says the suspension's adjustable on the wide bodies. Yeah, I don't have any kind of adjustable suspension. I'm stuck in one mode. But I love my car, man. I love it to death. I like that thing more every day. I have zero complaints. Maybe not zero, but very few complaints, I guess I should say. Love that car. And I'd hate to get rid of it. I would get rid of it for another Challenger, but people keep asking me if I would get rid of it for a C8, because everybody knows I'm in love with that new C8 Corvette. And I would not do that, but I would get rid of it for a wide body Scat Pack or a Hellcat or something like that. I would trade it and trade up or whatever. But I do want to get a C8 Corvette, but that would have to be in addition to a Challenger, because I got to have a Challenger no matter what. Exterminate 13 said they had a good run time for flying cars. I think they were saying that like in the 50s. We're supposed to have flying cars a long time ago. I don't want flying cars. That would suck. How are they going to, if everybody's flying around, they're going to be running into each other. It'll be a mess. Come on. I mean, I guess there's been a few flying cars, I suppose. But me like the Jetsons flying cars. Sky One says you saw 1320. I haven't seen one. Yeah, I haven't seen a real 1320 in real life yet. I finally saw a red eye Hellcat. I've seen wide body Hellcat. I saw one Demon, a bunch of Scat Packs like that. I have not run into a 1320 yet. I'm afraid the tires would kick up stones on the paint. Becky, you are late, young lady. Where have you been? Go stand in the corner right now. Hello, Becky. Thanks for coming in. Everybody get on Becky for being late. She's supposed to be here a long time ago, like 20 minutes ago. Sky One says, check out this channel. Okay. You got the 1320 on the hood. I'm going to write down, remind myself to check that out too. Sky One. Everybody check out Sky One's channel. Don't forget to do that. Passenger drones. Exterminator says, passenger drones, all this talk about self-driving cars, self-driving Challenger. I don't want self-driving anything. That's a nightmare to me. I wouldn't want anything. I like to drive, so. This guy says the first car he looked at was a 2016 Hellcat that was white. White. The car looks good in white. It really does. I'm not a big white car fan, but it does look good in white. Becky Ware says her kid was out of town and just got back and stopped over to see me. Oh, cool. Cool, man. This guy's second car he looked at was a 2016 six-speed with only 6,000 miles. Oh, wow, that's low miles for 2016. Damn, they must have been keeping that thing garage most of the time. Annette Sunby started with a 5.7, went to the Scat Pack, Shaker, 6.4, and then the regular Hellcat, and now the wide-body Red Eye. Bought them all new, great cars. That's what I want to do, Danette. I started with the Scat Pack, but I definitely want to move up to the wide-body Red Eye Hellcat is that's the dream. That's my dream car. So, any car in the world, really, seriously, there's no car that I would pick unless it was something that I just was going to get it to sell, that make more money or whatever. But as far as just the car that I want, that's it. This guy took their 5.7 Hemi to the Atlanta Motor Speedway, but that was fun. Dominic says, what about a car that hovers? Wouldn't have to worry about snow or pothole or roads. Yeah, that is true. This guy says it was a breast cancer awareness event and you paid $25 for 5 laps in your own car. Well, that's not bad. That sounds like a pretty good deal, actually. $25 for 5 laps. That'd be all right. I would definitely do that. I always thought stuff like that, you just figure it would cost more than that. That's cool, though. Tail Happy says that Michigan Speedway does that as well. Cool. Sky has a video of that on their channel, so everybody check out Sky One's channel. Burning Rubber Garage. Hello, what's up? Thanks for coming in, Burning Rubber. Everybody, feel free to, as always, promote your channels, talk about your channels. I like to hear about it, and everybody else, I'm sure, would like to discover some new channels as well. So, the more good car channels, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I could use a few good new ones to kind of check out. I kind of haven't come across a lot of great new ones in the last week or two, so I haven't been looking at a lot of car videos, actually, to tell you the truth. This guy says, anyone watch Tall Guy? I used to, and I kind of faded away from that channel a while back. A lot of the big channels I kind of end up getting kind of away from, not because they got big, but just they tend to go off in areas that I'm not really that interested in. Once they get really big and they start making a lot of money, I start to notice that they start getting cars and stuff that I'm not that into anymore. So not really a supercar guy. I mean, they're cool. I love them and everything, but Exterminate says his channel or his connection's dying. Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. You got a Scat Pack too? Yeah, it's better to adapt than die for sure, but I'm hoping that this kind of stuff sticks around a little bit longer, or whatever replaces it is even cooler. So hopefully it will. But yeah, we can always take care of these cars and keep them too. So no matter what happens, and then I'm sure whatever's around the corner, they're going to be faster and better. So just keep on rolling. As long as we don't go through another time like in the 70s where everything went to crap as far as cars, but I don't think that'll happen. Burning Rubber Garage, yours has it buffering on the screen and has the entire time zone. I wonder if that's something to do with me here or. Becky says she's not into supercars either. I mean, I like them. I like to look at them. I wouldn't own one. Like I was talking about, I think we talked about it last week. No matter how much money I had, when you see the repair costs on those things, it's like, damn, that's just too much money for, several $1,000 brake jobs and minor thing, oil changes that are ridiculously expensive and all that. And, the new Corvette C8 may be, I watched a couple of videos today, as a matter of fact, mechanics talking about that thing's going to be hard to work on and that it's going to be expensive, and people need to keep that in mind before they buy one. I don't think it's going to be Ferrari or Lamborghini expensive, but to work on, but it's going to be, it's mid-engine, so it's hard to get to a lot of the, it's hard to service the car basically and repair and replace parts and things like that. So it will probably be a lot more expensive than like what Corvette owners are used to now paying. But as long as you're aware of that before you go into it. Becky has, try coming back, Burning Rubber. Sky One, supercars are uncomfortable. Did you get the photo that sent you, Joey? Girls in supercars. What name did you send those under, Sky? I got some girls in some cars that I put in the video today. Becky has sent her pictures of her car was in the videos, though. It's probably been a couple of months ago now. Dominic says, yeah, he was wondering. There's a guy I wish I could remember the guy's name, but he's a mechanic. He's a Subaru mechanic, but he's owned like 7 Corvettes or something like that. And he was talking about he wasn't talking bad about the car or anything. He just said that, guys, everyone's excited about the $60,000 thing, but you need to keep in mind that it's going to be probably double what it costs to work on the the C7s or whatever. Just mid-engine cars are hard to work on, so a lot of times you got to take the engine all the way out to do certain things. So that's going to cost money. That's labor. Labor is expensive. So John Paul is here. Hello, John Paul. I think I got some pictures from him. I got to get them up here too. I got a whole bunch of pictures still to put in videos. So you guys, if you sent me pictures of your cars and they're not in my videos yet, I got a big long list I'm working on a little bit every day. So you'll be up there eventually, and keep them coming. How's it going, John Paul? Oh, that's right, Becky. I went to your Facebook and got the pictures. You didn't send them to me. I took them off. I stole them off your Facebook. I stalked you on Facebook and stole your pictures. Yeah, Burning Rubber. I don't know what's up with that. I think I've been unsubbed, and I don't unsub from anything ever. I don't remember ever unsubbing from a channel, but I've noticed that all of a sudden I'll see a channel that I thought I was subscribed to and I'm not. And also, it's weird how you'll be watching a channel all the time, and you'd think that since you watch it all the time, it would come up in your suggested videos or whatever. Or then I'll notice like I missed 3 or 4 videos from somebody that I watch all their videos. So it's kind of weird. I don't know how all that stuff works with YouTube. It's kind of strange. Chad Campster, what's up? How's Chad doing? Dominic is going to send another pic in case you lost it. You didn't see your car. Okay, send me another one. I can't remember. I've got a whole bunch still to put up. So I've been getting so many lately that I decided to kind of do them in bunches. So the next, well, as long as they keep coming, we'll have them in pretty much every video, but I'm working my way up the list. Chad's enjoying a beautiful day. Yeah, it was gorgeous here. I'm assuming similar where you're at. So yeah, it's just like no wind and it wasn't too hot. It was just right. I was out working on a car and it was just perfect. Really, really nice day. I really like looking at everyone's cars, and I'm happy that I've gotten a few up there now that are not that I don't want to see Mopars. That's my favorite. Of course, I want to see those, but I got some Mustangs and some motorcycles and things like that too. So that's pretty cool. Some pickups. So it's always good to see some, like I always say, send me whatever you think is cool. If you got a vehicle that you want to get in there, there's no restrictions on what it is. Yeah, I think it's kind of fun to show the people's cars, and then they can kind of show off their car on my videos, and I can see what everybody else has got there. I just like looking at pictures of people's cars. I love that. So different ideas that they have or what they like, or sometimes they're similar to my car, and other times they're totally different. I just like it. I think it's good. And it's kind of a way to keep the channel personal, and it's kind of everybody's channel, So I always say that, and you guys can, just because my car's on there all the time, let's put some other cars on there too, So I like that. I had one guy send me some pictures today, but for some reason he sent me like 5 or 6. He had a Challenger, but he also had a Chevelle like drag car. But the Chevelle drag car ones, I could not get the pictures for some reason. I kept trying to download them and save them and all that. And it just wouldn't. Some of them, I only got a couple of his pictures to work. I couldn't get the other ones. So I sent him an email back explaining that I was having trouble getting those pictures for some reason. Maybe if he resent them or something. I'm not sure what the deal was. I couldn't figure out what was wrong, but I couldn't make them work for some reason. Becky says she saw about 8 Challengers this week. 1 black Hellcat, sweet. Most beautiful dark blue shaker with awesome chrome rims, cool. He complimented the guy, but he didn't seem to want to talk. I always talk to everybody who compliments the cars. I guess I have to say the other week or so ago, I was running out of a convenience store. I had about 5 minutes to get to work, and some woman in a car was like, that sure is a pretty beautiful car and everything. And all I had time to do was really say, well, thank you, and get in the car and go. And I didn't mean to be rude, but I had about 4 or 5 minutes to get to work, and I had still get in the car, get out of the parking lot, and drive a few blocks. I was like, didn't really have time to talk, so I hope she didn't feel like I was being rude, but I was trying not to. I smiled and said thank you. So. I always compliment people on their cars, or I like to talk to people about their cars. Sometimes they think you're weird, but I think most people appreciate it and like it. Once in a while you get someone who's kind of like, why are you talking to me? But that's okay too. Tail Happy says he thought he was the only one who still likes chrome wheels. Yeah, chrome wheels aren't real popular at the moment. I still like them on certain cars, but I think black looks good, and I don't know. They look good on the right car. Big Shig says the 69 Charger is his ultimate dream car. I love the 69 Charger. I think I like the 68 a little bit better. I like the rear end on the 68. I don't know why. It always appealed to me more. Dominic says, but it gets old after a while, and getting gas, someone's always asking about the car. I kind of like that. I enjoy it. Becky says she's never seen rims like that before. It was amazing. Cool. Like I always tell you guys, I live out here in the middle of nowhere, so we don't see a lot of great cars out here. Once in a while, but and if I get to the city, I usually see some stuff. But out here where I'm at, you don't see a lot of super cool cars. There's a few here in town, but I've already seen them all 100 times, And then once in a while, someone will be coming through town that got something really cool, and that's always fun. But try to talk to them if I can. Jay Kempster says, you don't like a 78 Malibu with 26-inch wheels that cost 10 times the amount of the car's value? Yeah, some of those are funny. It's like they got the wheels and the stereo that are worth more than the rest of the car. But that's okay. To each his own, you know. If they think that's cool, then that's cool. If you got your car set up the way you want it and it looks the way you want it and all that stuff, then that's cool with me. To each, you know, everyone's got their own taste. If we all had the same taste, we'd all be driving around in the same damn car. So I always appreciate what people do. I think that I've seen some stuff that kind of makes me laugh sometimes, but yeah, like to each his own, whether it's motorcycles or cars, everyone's got their own little style or customization things that they like to do. And some people don't care about that at all. On the other hand, some people go buy a, you know, whatever crossover SUV thing off the lot and they never do anything to it at all. And that's their taste. So there's nothing wrong with that either, you know. A lot of people, it's just transportation. So I know there's a lot of, we have the only new car dealership in town here is it's a Chevrolet Buick, and I think they have GMC trucks too. And I know a lot of people here in town, a lot of senior citizens here in this town. It's mostly senior citizens. And a lot of them will basically, when they need a new car, they'll just go down there and be like, I need a new car. And they'll just be, the car dealership will just point them towards something and they pretty much just buy that. So now they're all driving around in Chevy Equinoxes and that kind of thing. So most of them, I don't think they put a lot of things like, oh, I need transportation. I'll take one of those. This is what the salesman said I should get. So that's what I'm getting, you know. And that's fine too. Some people just feel that way. Hey, welcome back, Calgary Rambler. Calgary Rambler. Thanks for coming back. Got some Canadians in here tonight. All right. A lot of old trucks here, new trucks, and a lot of lifted trucks and that kind of thing. That's real popular where I'm at. So nothing wrong with that either. It's not really my thing. I like pickup trucks, but I pretty much like old pickup trucks. And I like old beater pickup trucks that you can use for pickup stuff. But that's all cool too. Jay Kempster says he thinks the old farmers and ranchers keep the Ford dealership in business around. Yeah, I bet they do. We used to have a Ford dealership here in this town, but way before I was ever here, there was a Ford dealership here. Well, I think up through the 70s or something, but it went away. This was a much bigger town decades ago. This was actually a pretty big town, and it's way shrunken up now. The big businesses that used to be here have all gone away. So. Calgary Rambler says, is anybody up to buying a new Dodge Ram and paying less than what American prices are? Let him know. Okay. Burning Rubber Garage says, you've had your Mustang for so long, you're thinking of getting something new to you. Yeah, sometimes you want to just get into something different, huh? Once in a while. Nothing wrong with that either. I haven't gotten sick of my Challenger yet, so I don't think I ever will. There's other things I want though, like I'm in love with the new Vet, of course, and I want a Hellcat and all that stuff. But yeah, the Challenger is a beautiful car. So, in my opinion, we had a cheese factory here that supplied the, I think it was the mozzarella and Parmesan cheese for Pizza Hut, as well as they had a contract with Walmart too, but they lost both of those contracts, and that cheese factory is now just a closed up big giant building and stuff. And I think it employed 400 or 500 people back in the day. Now that's all gone. And there's also there's a big cement plant here, and that's gone. What else? Well, there's a couple other things that were here. So this town's like, I think it's about a third of the size that it once was. There's like aerial shots that I've seen from like the 70s of the cheese plant, and there's like this huge parking lot full of cars, and now it's just a big. This is this old rundown, old factory looking place that there's a guy who works out there now, just keeping it, from falling down, basically. I think, but that's all there is. So it was called Mid America Farms, or Mid America Farms, Mid America Farms, Mid America Dairy. I forget now. Calgary says example $35,000 Canadian for a factory new 2019 Ram Black Express. Cool. And there's been a couple. Oh yeah, Chad says if the BNSF railroad left town, he would die and blow away. Well, we don't have anything here anymore, so we're about to die and blow away. We got agriculture. We got just really, there's not much. There's no like factory. There's no like major employer here. There's a Renke Manufacturing is about 30 miles from here. They make irrigation systems for farms, center pivots and all that stuff. I used to work there, and that employs a lot of people from this town, but that's 30 miles from here. And there's a few little things around here, but nothing to speak of. And the railroad and what else? There's a couple of elevators and all that stuff and co-ops and all that kind of thing. But for the most part, it's just small businesses here and people that, they have, 5 to 20 employees kind of thing. So, and then we had a Shopco, which has been gone for a few months now. I think I've talked to that with you guys before. It's gone. It went out of business and they went bankrupt and all that. So that's gone. We have a Dollar General and a Casey's General Store. That's about it. It's really cheap to live here in this town. I mean, the houses are dirt cheap. They've gone up a little bit the last few years. I've noticed the price is starting to creep up, but and there's little towns around here where you can buy a decent house, livable house for like $10,000. And in this town, right where I live now, in this town, you could probably get a decent house for, $25,000, $30,000 for a pretty decent little house. For like $100,000 here, you can get a really nice house. So. Yeah, Dollar Generals are everywhere. It's amazing. What's up, Brian? Hello. Brian's back. How you doing? Yamaha, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki. Chad you lost your Kmart and Shopko. We don't have much shopping. But yeah, now Shopko was like, it wasn't the greatest store, but it was nice to have it because I always tell this, like when you got kids and stuff and they come home and inform you that they need a pair of black pants or something for school tomorrow or that kind of thing. It was always nice to have that so you could run out there and do it. Now we got to go to Hastings, which is about 60 miles from us. So LWRC says Amazon is beating up a lot of companies and they don't even pay taxes. Amazon's a huge employer, and they Walmart, Amazon. People complain about these huge companies, but they also employ tons and tons of people. So, the economy is just changing. The economy is really, really good. It's changing. A lot of the old school stuff is just going by the wayside. It just doesn't work anymore. So, you gotta kind of like we were talking about a minute ago with cars. You don't want to fall behind and whatever, you want to stay with the times, and that's kind of what's happened. The online shopping is taking over for sure. So Motley, what's up? Motley 392. You actually stopped at all the red lights on your way home. Yeah, Amazon, and you can jump online and buy just about anything you want and pretty much have it at your house in a day or 2 or 3 or whatever. So a lot of the physical brick and mortar stores are having trouble keeping up with that. Something nice about laying in bed and shopping or whatever, sitting with your morning coffee at the table and looking for something that you want to buy, and just a few buttons and it's on its way. Pretty nice. Amazon, does pay taxes by employing people. Those people all pay, income taxes, and they buy stuff and pay taxes. So when people say like some company doesn't pay taxes, supposedly, if they're employing millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people, whatever it may be, they're generating a tremendous amount of taxes through that. So we don't have any red lights here, Motley. We have no red lights. We used to have one red light in town, but they took it down and put up a stop sign. So we have no. All we have is stop signs, and we have some intersections that don't have a stop sign at all. All four ways, there's no stop sign. There's nothing, no yield, no nothing. And it's kind of scary because a lot of people don't even know that. They live in this town, they drive around this town, and they don't realize that these intersections don't have stop signs at all. So they just shoot through it because they don't see a stop sign their way, so they just haul ass through there, and there's close calls all the time. It's crazy. Tail Happy says his cat's tail fell off the other day. Got one on Amazon for $10. Probably can, yeah. Lose your girlfriend, get another one on Amazon. She'll be here in a couple days. Yeah, you play chicken intersections, and that's like you got to make sure when you come up there and someone else is coming that a lot of people don't even have any idea. It's like a four-way. It's like a four-way roll through. Everybody be courteous, and you treat it like a four-way stop, kind of. But a lot of people don't realize it. All they see is I don't have a stop sign, so they just shoot through there and they'll be talking away, and they don't even realize that it could have been an accident. And they have no idea. So. I've always wondered, and I've complained a little bit about why we can't put up stop signs at some of those intersections before somebody gets hurt. But it falls on deaf ears. We have money for new signs at the park that talk about how wonderful the park is, and there's big new fancy signs and everything. But we can't put up a couple stop signs. I don't get it, but whatever. It's probably going to take somebody getting hurt eventually before anybody dawns on them that maybe we need stop signs at those intersections. I don't know. Yeah, people don't understand the right of way concept, and four-way stops and all that kind of stuff confuse them. And then roundabouts, which we don't have any here, but roundabouts confuse the hell out of everybody too. Which not me. I love roundabouts. I think they work great, but some people just get all they freak out. Also, people in this town don't. Everywhere I've ever lived, you pretty much yield to pedestrians. If someone's crossing the street, even if they're crossing against the light, or you pretty much you don't want to run anybody over. Over here, it's like, oh, why are you walking in the street for? They'll just fly right past you. Kind of amazing. Yeah, Dominic, I've never understood why we have those. We probably have 20 intersections around town that are like that. So. Becky says our bridge was closed for 9 months. They built a new bridge and went from a 2-lane to 1 lane. Wow. No 15-mile-an-hour sign, stop sign, or anything. So it's 1 lane, so you just have to kind of. That's crazy. That's weird. Oh, I dropped my pen. Now if somebody needs to write, if I need to write something, there we go. Yeah, I'm just waiting for there to be a semi-bad accident. Most of these streets are side streets, so the accident likely wouldn't be too horrible because people are only going 20, 30 miles an hour, but still. It's your baby's mama. Hello, what's up? It's your baby's mama. Don't drop the soap. Yeah, I didn't drop the soap. Just the pen, and there's nobody back there, so we're okay. I'm not in prison yet. Yet is the operative word. Yeah, Becky, just plow through there. If you haul ass, people just get out of your way. Wow. Yeah, playground. you got to keep the speed limit real low around playgrounds. I believe you can order a 2020 Challenger right now. Yeah, you should be able to. I know you in when I bought the 2018, it was in 2017, and you could start ordering them in the beginning of July. So I think it would be the same now. It should have been the last couple of weeks. You should have been able to start ordering 2020s. Usually, I think the last few years, the production on the following year they go into production like right at the end of July, and you can order them a few weeks before that. So. Motley's still sitting here trying to figure out how a cat's tail can fall off, kind of like the bird's head fell off in Dumb and Dumber. I think Sky One's channel is the same name. I think that's what he said. It's Sky One, all one word, I think. Yeah, I wrote it down as one word anyway. It's just there's no space or anything, so I think that's good. Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't know if there's any changes for 2020. I haven't heard anything. Other than I think there's some color changes, and they got rid of a color or two and added a couple colors, or did they? I don't think you can get plum. No, maybe you can. There's something with the color, with the paint color is the only thing I remember hearing. It's your baby's mama. Thank you. That's nice. Lovely. God. Wow, we've been on almost an hour already. That went quick. Jeez. Yeah, sharp. Yeah, Motley, a sharp rocking chair with the razor blades on the bottom of the. It's your baby's mom says, "Who wants to smoke a big fat blunt?" Not me. I'll pass on that. I got too much crap to do tomorrow. No time for such things. But I got nothing against it. Feel free. To each his own. Shouldn't be illegal, that's for sure. It's your baby's mom was he's anybody else gonna partake with him? I'm gonna pass. Or her. It's your baby's mama. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not looking forward to it in the morning. I need my channel to get about 20 times bigger than it is, so I don't have to go anymore. Can you guys make that happen by tomorrow morning? That'd be great. Thank you. Dominic says, now that the C8 is out, maybe Dodge will speed up whatever their next vehicle they will reveal. Yeah, they might. They're always up to something. Chevy definitely did a good job with this, though, that, Dodge has been doing such a good job with their marketing and stuff the last few years with all the crazy Challengers and Chargers and all the cool stuff they've been doing. But yeah, Chevy, I think, kind of took a little hint from them, not just by making a really cool car, but just the way they presented it and the way they kind of leaked out little pictures and they kind of did some interesting little hints here and there and stuff like that. So they kind of, I think, took a little page out of Dodge's playbook on some of that stuff. They did a good job. It kept everybody interested. It was very exciting news when it all came out and everything. So, baby's mama, what do you do for work? I'm a male prostitute, actually, but it's a whole no. I'm just see, now you got me. Dominic says that C8 will hurt Hellcat. Says I think it will. I do think it's going to have an impact. I know it's a completely different animal, but when you start looking at the prices and stuff and what you can get in a mid-engine sports car, I think a few people are gonna. There's going to be a certain group of guys or girls that are going to be like going to choose between the two, even though they're really different cars. Some people are just looking for like a really fun, cool, fast, exciting car, and those are both of those cars, the Hellcat and the C8, are both going to be that. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be they're going to sell a lot of those Corvettes. We're going to be seeing those things everywhere. So, yeah, the C8 might give us more used Hellcats to choose from because some of those are going to end up being traded in on C8s and stuff. So, yeah. It's your baby's mom. Has anyone seen Princess Lil May? No. Danette says, no way in hell. It's a good time for cars, you know. The more competition, the more crazy stuff that's coming out, the better, because it just causes everybody else to try to catch up or to try to do something even more, you know, to catch the public's eye and all that. So it's great for, yeah, exactly. LWRC competition is great for our passion. That's exactly right. The more competition, the better. So just like in sports or business of any kind or whatever, you know, if somebody's pushing you a little bit, that's a good thing. And Chevy's been kind of laying back for a while, and their Camaros have been kind of weird and all that stuff. I'm not sure what they're thinking, but boy, with this new vet, they really, everyone keeps using the same term. They hit it out of the park, and that's a really good term. They really did. Not too many people that don't like it, I think, and the ones who do, I think deep down they know it's really cool. They are a fan of some other car, and they don't want to admit that it's a pretty badass car. So I'll freely admit it's a badass car. So, and the price, especially, you know, that was I loved it anyway. And then when they talked about starting at 60 or under 60, that's pretty damn impressive. A mid-engine car that cheap that's going to handle really well, and that is going to put this strike some fear in a lot of car companies, I think. Now, maybe I've seen quite a few things the last couple of days about will Dodge bring back the Viper or something like the Viper in a mid-engine configuration. That would be cool. Then that says Chevy never has been and never will be for Mopar. Yeah, what's with the 6-function tailgate? I don't really see the point in that, Molly. I'm trying to think what would be. It seems kind of pointless to me. I don't know. Sometimes they do stuff that's kind of like, what are they doing that for? It doesn't make a lot of. I mean, I guess it's a gimmicky, cool thing, but I don't really understand when it gets right down to it what it's for. So. Chad, I saw a video today. As a matter of fact, a guy who was 6'5" and 300 and some pounds, and he went to sit in a C8 to see if it would work, and it would. He fit in it. I mean, it wasn't super, but he had plenty of room, and he could steer. He could fit. And he said he felt like he could even wear a helmet in there if he had to. So, you know, if he was out racing or whatever. So he was pretty happy about that. I, once again, don't remember the channel name, but you can probably search it on YouTube. Look for what was it? It was titled something like "Can I fit in the C8" or something like that, or can a tall guy fit in a tall people fit in the C8? I can't remember, but it was an interesting video. He was huge and he fit in it pretty well, and he, like I said, he even thought he could probably wear a helmet in there if he wanted to. So. I guess they're touring. You know, Chevy's sending out little teams with the C8, and they're going around to different dealers around the country to kind of show them off and stuff, you know, for a couple of days, and then they go to the next one. And he went to one of those events, and they actually they had the roof off, but they put it on for him because he was so tall, because he wanted to see if he would fit and all that stuff. So it was pretty cool. Hey, Tail Happy, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in. I always appreciate you being here. You always contribute a ton to the conversation. I appreciate that a lot. You rock, man. Thank you. Have a good night to you, too. Yeah, I can't remember that dude's. It was a Lethal Garage. It was a big guy. I think he said he was 6'5" and 300 or 320 or something like that. I'm wondering if they're going to take that any of those C8s anywhere near anywhere where I'm at, I would definitely drive to go check one out. I'd like to see it in person. I'm sure it won't be long before we'll be seeing them in person anyway. But okay, so it's Lethal Garage. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I'm good about watching videos and then forgetting what the name of the channel was, and then I tell someone about it. Usually, you can still search it from the subject or whatever. But hey, Chad, thanks for coming in, man. You have a great night too, Chad. Thank you, thank you. See you next time, hopefully. Becky says she saw a lot of classics driving around last night. Must have been a car show somewhere. Probably. Sometimes you can find car shows by just following those guys. It's like, where are they going? And then you realize something's going on. Appreciate you being here, man. Boy, the cicadas are being loud out there tonight. Oh, I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to get up for work. I usually don't feel that way too much. I'm usually kind of like not super excited to go to work, but I'm not usually dreading it. For some reason, I'm really dreading getting up tomorrow. But I guess as long as I wake up alive, I should be happy, right? Just another day. I think I had a rough day at work yesterday, really rough day at work. So I think that's probably why. Yeah, work's highly overrated for sure. I wish I was a young, super attractive female so that I could just, do certain kinds of work that were, yeah, Molly. That's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd be like, hell yeah. Better than getting up and going to work every day. Yeah, that subject's come up a couple times a night for some reason. Another thing that shouldn't be illegal. Peggy says she's not going to say anything about that. Calgary Rambler, your work is in YouTube channel development. Oh, cool. Very nice. I wish mine would develop. Motley says, can we say tint yet? You guys need to talk to Kim about that one. She's not very happy with me at the moment, I don't think so. She did help me change the oil today, though, so you were ducking as you typed that. Yeah, I think she's a little irritated with me today. I haven't spent enough time with her. I've been kind of working on videos and doing other stuff, and she's watching her TV shows, and I decided to watch some other stuff. So anyway, she's got to work big, long hours the next couple of days, and I guess I should have probably spent a little more time with her today. Yeah. I didn't do anything bad. I just probably didn't spend enough time, I kind of forgot that she's working these next couple of days. She's got like a couple of 12-hour days where we're not going to see each other. So I didn't think ahead. I kind of got wrapped up in my own stuff today. So, yeah, no, whatever. But I try to make up for it sometimes. I think overall I'm pretty good. I just have my moments where I get a little distant and kind of go off do my own thing. John Warner is in the house. Hello, John. Thanks for coming in. You're an hour late. I'm gonna yell at everybody who's late now. It's my new thing. What's going on, John? Yeah, chocolate might work. I think so. Yeah, Becky, he's even later than you, so he make you look good now. Oh, really? Sonic for a car get together? That's cool. That's a good place for a car get together. I wish I need to go to some kind of car get together, cars and coffee type thing. I haven't been to some car shows, not this year, like I said, but I need to hook up with some other people and do some stuff one of these years. One of these days, I'm going to be able to not work as much, dedicate more time to my YouTube channel, and do more car stuff. And I'm tempted to just do it, just go for it anyway, and see what happens. But I don't know. Molly says never been to Sonic. You're afraid of running into those two guys from the commercials. Yeah, what's everybody's dream car? My dream car is a wide body Hellcat Red Eye. If I could have any car, that would be it. Unless it was something like I was going to be awarded with some car, I would take the most expensive car I could think of, sell it, buy my Red Eye, and have a bunch of money left over. But other than that, you know. Hey, Matthew, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, man? Yeah, Matthew, the TPMS sensor situation is fixed. The factory reproduction sent me new ones, different brand, and had to have them installed, which cost like $140. But then I sent that bill to them, and they reimbursed us for the $140, which was nice. They did everything they said they would do. So even though there was a little bit of a problem, they totally took care of it. So I'm 100% happy, and I wouldn't hesitate to do business with them again because problems can always arise. It just depends on how the company takes care of it when it happens, and they totally took care of it. So totally props to them, and I would recommend their stuff to anybody. So. Cool. Calgary's got the same, and John says like yours. Yep. Got to get you to. Oh boy, would I love that? I would love to drive one, man. I don't know. that would be a dream come true. Yeah, Matthew, I'm pretty happy about that. They took it. They took care of it. So, ET Racing's here. Hello, what's up, ET Racing? Everybody, check that channel out. ET Racing for sure, guys. Good stuff on there. Some racing stuff on there, obviously, and got a Scat Pack shaker. Some good action on that channel. Check it out. Hey, thanks a lot, ET. I appreciate that. There's lots of good channels, man. I like to look at everyone's channel. I like to suggest them to other people. So, like I always say, please feel free to promote your channel in any of my stuff. I'm always up for that. So, in my chat, or if you want to comment in my comments on the regular videos, feel free to promote your channel. It's all about just kind of like a community thing, and I'm all happy about that. So, plus it turns me on to a lot of new channels too. So I like that. Becky says she loves her RT Classic, but she really loves to see shakers. Yeah, there's something about the shaker that is just it's just super cool, old school kind of. It's not something that you see very often, you know. So it is cool. I kind of wish we had the shaker, but definitely like that. Definitely love the shaker look and the whole old school look behind it. Just pretty awesome. And that's kind of what the Challenger is anyway. You know, it's sort of a little bit of a throwback car. So That just does it even a little bit more. It's like icing on the cake. We've been on for an hour and 11 minutes. Go moving right along here. We got a pretty good crowd in here though. That's cool. John says the C8 is priced right, but you like a large two-door. Yeah, I do too. I mean, that's what I love about the Challenger. People talk about being big and heavy, but I like that I like the size. It's great. It's comfortable. But I do want a C8 as well. I wouldn't trade, but I would love to have both. ET Racing says it's amazing how many Challengers my kids used to. Yeah, you see a lot of Challengers. Like where I'm at, I don't see any, but whenever I get out on the road somewhere, get to a city or out on the interstates and all that, I see a lot of Challengers. Calgary Rambler says the new CUDA comes out in 2020. I hope so. That would be nice. Love to see that. Becky says the Camaros and Mustangs just don't have the classic look that you like. Yeah, they don't. Especially, I like the way I always say this. I love the way the Mustang looks. I think the Mustang's a really cool looking car, but it's not. Yeah, I mean it still looks like a Mustang, I guess. But I love the Mustangs. The Camaros, the last, especially this newest one, just doesn't. They just missed the mark as far as I'm concerned. Everyone has their own taste on that stuff, but. ET Racing saw Plum Crazy Shaker today. You love that color? Yeah, that would be cool. Plum Crazy and Shaker together. That's just the awesomest old school combination ever. Motley says his dream car is a 64 Galaxy 500. Good choice. That you got from your grandpa. Oh, sweet. You drove it into the ground. Big regret. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people did that when they were young. Got some cool car, and by the time you realized that you destroyed it, it was too late, But yeah, that's common. But yeah. Hey, at least you got to enjoy it, and if you drove it into the ground, you got some use out of it at least. So look at the bright side of it, and then maybe someday you'll be in the right place at the right time to get another one that's in good shape or something. So yeah, I hope Calgary Rambler is right as well, Dominic. I love a lot of the old Fords and Chevys and Dodge, all of them. All the stuff back in the 60s, everything was cool, man. Yeah, you watched the Andy Griffith show. They did it. Yeah, it was all Fords on the Andy Griffith show. Because Ford supplied, if you look on the credits and all that, Ford supplied all the cars. And yeah, Sean's still looking for the Hellcat. I think he thought he had found one, and that didn't work out or whatever. And definitely looking forward to seeing that. Wish him the best of luck finding the right one. But like I was telling him, you got to wait. If something doesn't work out, it means there's a reason why it didn't work out. So when the right one comes along, that'll be where everything just falls right into place, and that's how you know it's the right one. So. Calgary says it will be released in October 2020 or as early as 2021. Is it going to be a lighter, better handling car, or is it going to be more on the level of a Mustang Camaro, kind of as a sports little, or is it going to be? That's what I always was hoping it would be. Anyway, it would be a more of a direct competition to those cars. Thank you, ET. Yeah, sometimes when things happen, they fall apart and they disappoint us, but that's just a sign from the universe that it wasn't the right time, wasn't the right car. It'll all happen when it's supposed to. So that's the way I try to look at everything. All-wheel drive? Oh, wow. That would be cool, Calgary. I hope so. I'd like to see it because, I like the Challenger better than the Camaro or the Mustang, but, when it comes to handling and all that stuff, it's little behind because it's just a bigger car. So I'd like to see the Barracuda be like go directly after those cars. That should be pretty cool. I hear my phone going off. I got to make sure it's not one of my children needing something. Nope, it's Pinterest. I don't know why I got something from that. I didn't know I had anything to do with Pinterest, but whatever. Thanks, ET. I want to thank everybody for sending in all those pictures. And if you haven't sent me a picture of your car yet, guys, go to my latest videos or any of them. The email address is in there, and it's in all of my descriptions on all my videos. Send me photos of your vehicles. Doesn't have to be a Dodge or a Mopar or whatever. It can be anything, motorcycles or Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, Subarus. I don't care what it is. If you think it's cool, I'll put it in my video if you let me. And I would love to get those pictures, guys. And be doing quite a bit of that coming up because I've been getting a lot of pictures. So I'm actually kind of falling behind on getting those all on there. So anyway, I would love to get all those photos on there. I like doing that. I like to see everybody's cars. Yeah, I could maybe do that one of these days. Just do one really huge video with everybody's cars in them. I think I've I can't remember. I have to dig them all back up, but ET Racing's like me. You love all cars. Yeah, I do too. I'm not like, I mean, I love Mopars, obviously, and I love my Challenger, but like I always say, I love any cool car, man. There's so many great cars out there now and in the past too. I see stuff every day that excites me, or whether it's on video or real life, and it doesn't always, not always the Mopar. Sometimes it's something completely different. So, and motorcycles and boats and planes. I'm not really a big boat guy, but I appreciate a cool boat. I don't really know anything about them, but airplanes, a helicopter, whatever. Hey, I'm all for a bicycle, whatever you got, any vehicle. But yeah, I mean, Chevy's made some great stuff. Ford's made some great stuff. And Mopar's made some great stuff. All the Japanese companies and German companies, everybody's made some really cool stuff. So, and everybody's made some stuff that you're like, why did they do that? So yeah, nobody has total bragging rights to everything great because every company's made a few fails. So, especially like in the 70s and 80s and stuff, but. Yeah, Calgary Rambler. I remember the K car. And as a matter of fact, I watched, right after Lee Iacocca died like a month ago or whatever, a few weeks ago, watched a documentary about him and the K car. The K car was already being developed when he got there, but he kind of took it to the next level. And he kind of stopped him and said, hey, we got to make this a car that can be made into a whole bunch of different cars. And even though it's, kind of a funny little car and all that stuff, it really did save the company. It was a very versatile platform, and they used it for a whole bunch of different stuff. So it was, in a way, it was a very important part of automotive history, even though it may not be the most exciting thing ever. It saved that company. So that's why we're driving the cars we have now. So pretty cool. ET says not really a Chevy guy, so to speak, but new Camaros and, of course, the Vet are really nice. Yeah, I really like the Vet. That newest version of the Camaro doesn't do much for me. I know they're trying to fix that up a little bit, but it's and I love the older Camaros, but the current Camaro as of right now it's just kind of funny looking to me. It's kind of boring, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But it performs great and all that stuff. It's a great car. It's just I don't like the way it looks. So, Steve Fitzpatrick, what's up? Remember the Dodge Omni? I had a Dodge Omni 024 once. I think I bought it for $400. Yeah, Becky, the 80s were rough. The 70s and well, once you got past about 73 or so, the 70s all the way up through the 80s were pretty rough times for cars. So there was different Omnis. There was the little 4-door with the little not hatchback thing, and then there was the 2-door hatchback that was more of a little sportier looking thing. I had which was I think called the 024. I had one of those, and that thing was trouble, man. Of course, I paid $400 for it, so you can't expect much. But held on by wood screws. Yeah, the interior of those cars it was just literally disintegrated by the time I got it. I'd get out, I had a red interior, so I'd have red stuff all over me all the time. Hey, William Jeminer's here. What's going on, William? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you. William's got a really cool black Charger Scat Pack. Beautiful car, gorgeous car. Motley says your parents had a K-car station wagon. You think it had 6 horsepower? Hey, if it gets you where you're going, back then, everything had 6 horsepower back then. So I guess if it got you back and forth, yeah, they made wagons and cars and luxury cars, and I think the first minivans were loosely based on the K-car platform as well. And yeah, they did Chrysler Cordovas, and I mean the K-car platform went all over the place. They made little sporty cars out of it. They did all kinds of stuff. So Steve Fitzpatrick's dad bought one new. Wow. Yeah, the ET Racing, the Dodge Omni GLH was a little fast little car back in the day. Goes like hell. Yeah. William says AC work on the Omni sucked. Yeah, my Omni was it was bad. It was literally just, I mean, it was falling apart, and it broke down on me so many times. But like I said, I paid next to nothing for it. So I bought it in Atlanta. I can't imagine. I bought it to get back and forth to college and stuff, and it stranded me a few times. And then I finally got up enough money that the last time it broke down on me, I basically gave it to my girlfriend's brother because he was kind of a mechanic-y kind of guy, and he just wanted to mess around with it. So I gave it to him, and I went out and bought a brand new Ford Escort, which at the time I thought was, and I knew it wasn't a cool car, but I was so happy to have a new car that I could depend on to get me to school and back. I thought I was the luckiest person in the world at the time. So, and it was a pretty good little car actually, but. Yeah, the Omni and the Horizon, that big rivalry. ET's heading out. Hey, ET Racing, thanks, guys. Check out that ET Racing channel, everybody. Go check that out and write it down or check it out later or something. But, yeah, great channel. Check it out. William said the boss man wanted you to fix this. He did what you could. Yeah. There's, back in those days, there was a lot of rough cars. Most of them were pretty rough, so. Different levels of suckiness, I guess. I don't know. William had a hell of a vacation, rented some really cool cars. That's cool, man. Glad you had a good vacation too. Everyone deserves a good vacation, and that you rented some cool cars makes it even that much better. So what the hell? Hell yeah! I need a vacation one of these days. I haven't taken a vacation in a couple of years, and then I switched jobs. So when you switch jobs, you don't get a vacation for a while. So it's gonna be a while. Yeah, I'll check that out, William. I'm ready for any kind of vacation, like even just to another town down the road a ways or something, man. I got to get out of here. I'm same sights and same thing day after day is getting kind of old. And I'm getting kind of old. I need to do some things before I get any older. Hear an airplane that sounds really low over the house. It's kind of strange. We don't get a lot of air traffic around here. Becky, it's a pretty decent place to live. It's just boring. Oh, sweet. Lamborghinis, Vets. Cool, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, you got to keep yourself entertained around here because there's just not a whole lot to do. So thank God for internet and the cars and yeah. My entertainment is YouTube and driving my car. Basically, there's not a whole hell of a lot to do around here. We went to a movie last weekend, and that was the first time I've done anything in a while. Netflix, and which Netflix is getting to the point where there's nothing to watch, and everything I start watching is a bunch of, well, we won't go into politics, but it's a bunch of propaganda, weird messages being shoved down here, which is just weird. But oh, you went to sushi, cool. Yeah, everybody needs to do that. That's definitely an experience and good. Good, some of it's really good. I like to explore. Well, my sister and my daughters, they're all really into like crazy foods and trying new things. I kind of am, not to the level that they are, but they'll eat anything. They'll go to some crazy place and get, they'll try everything. But I'm a little bit more reserved, but I'm open to a lot of good stuff and new stuff. So I know a lot of guys and people, especially like around here where we live here, where it's beef and potatoes, and that's pretty much all they'll eat. So I like to expand my horizons a little bit. 35 miles to the gallon. That's pretty damn good, man. That's very impressive. Very. Do we have pepperoni rolls? No, I don't think we do. What's pepperoni roll? Sounds good. I love pepperoni, so if it involves pepperoni, I probably like it. Stock tires gave you 43, and your 315s got it down to, what'd you say, 35? That's still, you really can't complain much, though, man. That's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to what my mileage has been since I got the new tires. Yeah. Daywalker 392. Hello, what's up, man? Thanks for sending the pictures of your car, dude. Good to see you in the room. We're hanging out. I think we're going to be wrapping this up pretty quick here, but Becky Ware says you have no idea what you're missing. It explains why West Virginia has the highest obesity in the U.S. Maybe I should move there, then I wouldn't look so fat. I came from Colorado, that's where I grew up, and it has the lowest obesity in the U.S. So, yeah, William. Okay, stromboli with pepperoni. Okay, cool. I have high blood pressure. Yeah, pepperoni, high blood pressure. Okay, Becky, when you get a job, she can send me some roll. Cool. All right. I make I call it Italian sausage bread, where you just take, homemade bread dough, and then you roll it out. You put your mozzarella cheese and your, I like a little spicy Italian sausage in there, and then roll it up, close the ends up, and bake it. And so when you cut it into slices, it's spiraled with it's pretty damn good. Oh yeah, I saw those pictures from your getting your louvers put on at the Mustang Alley place. I think you posted some pictures on that. Yeah. You like those louvers? Did you see okay out of them and everything? Motley is polishing off a pint of Culver's chocolate Heath bar frozen custard amidst the obesity talk. Cool. Can't see out of them. We did a Heath bar versus what's the other one? Score. Taste test a while back. Score's a little bit better than the Heath bar in my opinion. They're both really good though. Yeah, nothing wrong with eating a little frozen custard every now and then. But so you can't see good, but it's still cool, William says. Looks good. Well, I guess we're not going to get a tornado or a flood. I'm going to have to go to work tomorrow. I checked my channel. I still don't have 500,000 subscribers, so I guess I'm going to have to work. Damn it. Hey, Sean's in the house. What's up, Sean? ET Racing was here a little bit ago. Everything's going good here, Sean. We're probably wrapping it up here in a few, but everything's going good. Had a pretty nice little chat talking about all kind of stuff, and we're on food right now. Yeah, we've had really nice weather here too, Dominic. It's been really just perfect, nice and warm, and a little bit not much wind, and it hasn't gotten too hot, so it's been pretty nice. You think I need raccoon? I think I need raccoons and cute kittens. Make my channel grow. Raccoons might be an idea. I don't know. William says we need to try to do a get together like they have in Biloxi and New Orleans and Pensacola. Yeah, that would be somehow to get a big get together of people would be awesome. Sean says, quick thoughts. You like the Corvette. You think it's a great, relatively inexpensive mid-engine supercar that's a hardworking man could achieve. Yeah, I agree. That's what I think the coolest thing about it is. Mid-engine supercar that's going to, it's pretty awesome. It's at a good price where people can seriously think about getting one or work towards getting one. Or, I lost my connection. I think we are screwed up here. I'm getting messages that my connection's going bad. But yeah, the Vette, if I'm still here anyway, I'm not sure if I'm still here. I'm getting weird messages that I'm losing my connection. But anyway, the Corvette is it's going to be something that's very achievable for like an average person, or whatever, something you can dream about, seriously think about getting, instead of being like, when you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's like, yeah, that'd be great, but when you start realistically thinking about it, yeah, the only thing about that is I don't like if the taillights were just a little different, it wouldn't look so Camaro-ish, but it's a little bit too close to the Camaro from that rear view. I'm not sure why they insisted on doing that. It should be its own standalone car. But it does look a little Camaro-ish from the back. I wish they had just the taillights were different. It would change the whole look of it. But other than that, it's beautiful. The side view is great. I love the front end with the different little angles and cuts in. It looks beautiful to me. Still live, good. I was getting like saying my connection was becoming unstable, so I thought I might be losing you guys. Sean thinks that the Camaro will hurt the GT500. That's kind of bad timing for the GT500, huh? Yeah, that's another thing. If you're going to get a super nice Camaro, why not just get a lower end Vet? I don't know. Yeah, because I mean the Camaro rear seats are pretty much useless anyway, so you're not. I don't know. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm still here, guys. Cool. And part replace. Well, yeah, like we were talking about earlier, the C8's probably going to be a little difficult to work on with the mid-engine platform and all that stuff. That's going to be a little tricky. So, and it's going to be expensive, So, like a lot of guys were saying on some videos I watched today, that it's going to be hard to work on compared to the past Vets, and they recommend that everybody get buy as much of an extended warranty on it as you can, because once it gets out of warranty, it's going to be pricey to fix a lot of stuff. So, which is true, but I think most people are going to realize that going in, that this is a mid-engine car, and it's not going to be a lot of stuff. They're going to have to pull the motor all the way out to work on a lot of the parts on there. So, but that's normal with the mid-engine cars. Yeah, it might hurt like the average guy who likes to work in his garage or in the backyard or whatever. Probably not going to be a car for that kind of guy. I mean, you can still change your oil and do a few things like that, but yeah, if something water pump goes or something, it's probably going to be going to need specialty tools and stuff to get the job done. So yeah, it might not be but still, it's a major achievement. It's something that they've needed to do for a long time. They needed to go mid-engine. They took the front engine platform with the Vet as far as they could. I mean, the thing was absolutely incredible for what it was, and they just really needed. Yeah, they dropped out at the bottom, but yeah, they needed to. They've been wanting to go mid-engine for decades, and Zora Arkestuntov way back in the '60s and '70s was wanting to go, mid-engine and all that stuff, and it was always his dream. And I have a feeling when they get to the Z06 or the ZR1 levels, because now it's just the Stingray, they're going to get the faster ones are going to be coming out here the next year or two. One of those cars will have Zora's name on it, I bet you. I'm pretty sure it will. Because this is kind of like his thing. This is his dream. He's been gone for a long time now, but this was his deal. He wanted to do mid-engine. They got to put his name on one of these cars somewhere, or at least have an edition or something with his name on it. Yeah, I mean, for $60,000, it's going to be like Sean makes a really good point there. It's like $140,000 car for $60,000, so it's going to be worth that pain in the butt. And I'm happy for Chevy guys too. And yeah, I mean, I think people aren't going to be surprised. I don't think anybody's going to buy the $60,000 Vet and then be surprised a few years down the road when it costs a lot to work on it. I think most people who are going to buy a car like that, they're going to understand that this is going to be a little bit of a. I'm just happy for cars in general, because so many cool things are going on right now, and everybody's pushing each other, and competition's really tough, and that's good for everybody. So. Becky Wary doesn't know much about the mid-engine, but your kid's boyfriend was excited about it. See, that's good. We've seen a lot of young guys getting excited about the Corvette. That's good. I mean, I know Corvette wants to hang on to its traditional buyers, but you got to face it, a lot of those guys are getting up there, and a lot of them are gone. And you got to find a way to reach out to the younger guys and make that their dream too. And that's kind of what they're doing with this thing. So you're going to see some younger dudes out there getting really into this car. You already are. It's all over the social media. So. Sean says he'd like to see Dodge come out with the mid-engine Viper. Yeah, probably would take years from now. Probably would, unless they've had something up their sleeve all this time. You never know with FCA and Dodge and all that. They do sometimes they surprise us. They might be farther along in that process than any of us know. Wouldn't be that surprising if they were. They've done a lot of crazy stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, they could do a mid-engine Viper with the 426. Yeah, no new Viper would be 60. It would be a totally different price range. I'm sure there's no way they could pull that off, but and they never sold a lot of Vipers. It was never like I don't think anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they never sold a ton of them, and they never. I don't think they were ever a very profitable big thing for Dodge. I think it was more of a kind of a cool thing to do to get people to, just a way of getting people in the door, way of people getting people interested in the brand and all that stuff more than it really was. I don't want to talk too much about that. Every time I start talking about everybody, I get a lot of questions and emails, and people ask me, "You're not going to get rid of your car? You're not going away from Mopar?" No. I would love to have a C8 Corvette. Doesn't mean I'm always going to have a Challenger. So it would be in addition to the Challenger. It wouldn't be like in place of it. So Sean says if he wasn't so loyal to Ford and Dodge, you had 60 to 70 to spend, you'd absolutely get a Corvette over the GT500 or Red Eye, or even I really like Mustangs and Challengers. Yeah, it would be if a bunch, if that money was sitting here and I was going to look for a car, it would be definitely a consideration. Becky Ware has actually only seen one Viper. It's not your style. Yeah, Becky, you're not really into the sports car thing too much. Oh, did the Dodge and Grand Island change hands? Remember, William, last year they had the All Mopar show at the Dodge dealership up there. It was the first annual. I don't think they did it this year, so I guess the first annual was the only annual, apparently, because I haven't heard another thing about it. It was a pretty cool show. I went up to it last year. Unless it happened again, I totally missed it, but I was looking on their website way back in May. And last year, I think it was in July. So I was checking it out to see when it was, and I couldn't find any information. So I'm assuming they just didn't even have that this year. Yeah, Daywalker, you should fit in the vet. I saw a guy today making a video. He's 6'5" and 300 pounds or 320 or something like that. And he fit in it. He got in it with the roof on, and he felt like he could even have a helmet in there if he had to. So he was very impressed. Calgary says the total Viper sales were around 30,000 for its entire lifespan. So that's more than I would have guessed, actually. So, but yeah, they're a very specialty car, very rare car, and not something you see every day for sure. Yeah, they said they're looking to do it. Yeah, it said first annual, so I thought, cool, I'm going to go to all these. But it was really cool last year. I really enjoyed it. Made some good video up there and took some photos and had a good time. And was disappointed to see that it wasn't there again this year. So I definitely would have gone. I'd have taken off work or whatever I had to do to go to that. But yeah, Daywalker, I did. I can't. Somebody was saying the guy's name earlier that made that video. Yeah, he's 6'5" and 3 something, and he fit okay in it. And he was like, "Yeah, I could even put a helmet in here if he had to." So that was pretty impressive. I don't know how the hell they did that, but. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I've gone over my usual where I usually do it till. So we've just been having a really cool conversation. I didn't want to cut it off, but I do got a bunch of stuff I got to do before I get in bed and get ready for work tomorrow. But that's okay. Better than not having to work, I guess, But there's worse things in the world. I'll get through it like I always do. Everybody have a wonderful week. Molly, Daywalker, William, Becky, Calgary, everybody, man. I appreciate y'all being here. You guys rule. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I can't say it enough, and I will talk to you really soon and get some more videos out, and send me your pictures in my email so I can get them in my videos. And I'll keep that going at least for a few more videos. It's going to take a while to get them all on there, but we'll get them because I got a bunch built up. Really appreciate you all being here, man. Thanks a lot. Happy Sunday night, guys. I'm going to go see if Kim's still mad at me, and we'll see how this goes. Take care, guys. Appreciate it, man.